What's up, guys? Today I'm going to talk about 3 different areas that are very helpful in our lives in order for us to be successful and to prosper and to thrive in all areas of our life, basically. Number 1, mental health and anxiety. Number 2, creativity. And number 3 is a state of calmness and how to get to that state of being calm. There are so many mindfulness methods and techniques out there that we can apply in our lives. But today I'm going to speak about 3 different areas that help me personally. Number 1 is that we need to be in a state of calmness in order to heal. Whether we're dealing with an illness or pain or whatever we're dealing with, we need to be in a state of calmness. When we are stressed, it's hard for our body to heal. Our environment is so important in order for us to heal. Our environment and where we are and what we surround ourselves with, the books we read, the shows we watch, the people we talk to, it all affects us. All these stimulants are always coming at us. One of the methods that I use in order for me to be calm is to pay more attention. When we pay more attention, we are bringing ourselves back to the here and the now. And when we are in the here and the now, in the present moment, that's when the magic begins, in that magnificent present moment. You see, that's when we're able to be calm enough to be able to create. Creativity comes from a place of calmness, and so does our healing. So how do we pay more attention? The simplest and most easiest way that helps me is to pay more attention to the things that we have on automation. That means that when we are brushing our teeth in the morning, I want you to pay more attention to brushing your teeth in the morning instead of having it on automation. Pay attention to the water and how it's pouring out of the faucet. Pay attention to the way that your toothbrush looks. Pay attention to the lighting in the bathroom. Pay attention to the movements that you're making with your toothbrush. Those little things here and there. When you are walking, I want you to pay more attention to the way that you move your body, the way that you move your feet. You see, there's so many things that we have in automation in our minds working in the background. But when we discipline ourselves in order for us to actually focus in on what we're actually doing, it helps us in the long term to focus on bigger things, especially when it comes to creativity. It also helps us to be calm when we're focusing on different things. There's a meditation of just staring at an object to focus in on that in order to not remove all of our surroundings or stimulants, but to actually hone in on one specific area or object. You see, if we're focusing on energy flows where attention goes, we should know that by now. When we want to heal something in our body, it's important for us to, yes, focus and pay attention to it, to give it love. But obviously, there needs to be a balance between how much we focus on something and how much we don't. By us making the effort to pay more attention to the things that we have on automation will help us to learn how to balance more when things need more attention or when they don't. There's always going to be the ebbs and flows and the opportunity for us to let go and not force things to happen. Anxiety and mental health techniques, such as being here in the present moment, is understanding that the more that we are here right now, the less we're going to be focusing on being somewhere else or what could happen in the future or what has happened in the past. You see, we don't have control of the past. We don't exactly have control in the future. And one of the biggest things for us to tap into is that certainty protocol of trusting in the universe and in the process and in your own life's path, that whatever direction you're going in is where you're going to end up in the most fulfilling way possible. You see, our thoughts are what drive us crazy sometimes, wanting things to happen the way that we want them to happen, holding us back, causing us anxiety about the future. But when we bring ourselves back to now by focusing on our attention to where it needs to go, especially on things that are on automation, it will help us to bring ourselves back into the present moment. And when we are back in the present moment, that is when our healing begins. You see, in the present moment is when we become that creator. And creativity comes from the present moments when we're here and we're right now. So there are ways that we can calm all those external influences and stimulants that are coming at us in order for us to become that source of inspiration and power within us to create that force of creativity, that force of healing, that force of life that is always within us, but sometimes it's blocked because of all the stuff, whether it's external stimulants or it's stuff that's going on in our minds, which is okay. There are ways to quiet the mind, but we don't want to fight it. When we feel that we need an escape or a break, there's nothing wrong with watching TV or going to the movies or having a drink. We need those escape moments, and there's nothing wrong with that in moderation. There's nothing wrong with that. However, when you are seeking to become more creative, when you need to rest your mind and your body, I encourage you not to watch TV. Obviously, it's important for us to choose, to be careful on what we watch and what we read and what we surround ourselves with, especially before going to sleep. But when we're watching TV, it's going to stimulate more things inside of our brains, in our minds. And we want to be able to calm ourselves and reduce the stimulations, especially at night. So things like breathing or mindfulness or going for a walk without music, we want to try, especially at the end of the day, to reduce all of those moments of extra stimulants that we don't need at that time. There's a time and place for everything, obviously. So that being said, there's 3 things here. Number 1 is we want to pay more attention to the things that are on automation. When we do that, we become more calm and we bring ourselves back to the present moment. And when we're in the present moment, that's where creativity, that's where power, that's where healing begins. And that's where it helps us to be more grounded and to be more stronger and to be more present to what needs to happen at this moment through our creativity, through our calmness. And it will help us when we are dealing with that anxiety of what may happen in the future or what has happened in the past, and all of those thoughts that are circulating in our minds, to start to begin to ground ourselves in order to take our power back, in order to start to be more present with what needs to happen at this very moment. And you see, when we start applying all of those things in our lives routinely, daily, as a practice, personally, I've been setting an alarm clock every 30 minutes just to stop for 5 minutes and just ground myself and just to breathe and to meditate and reconnect to that present moment within, to pay more attention to things that are on automation. Even sitting here in this room, paying more attention to the phone and the shape around it. You see, when we do that, we bring ourselves back into that present moment. And that is when the magic happens, when we are grounded and when we're here in the present moment. If you found this helpful in any such way, please like, comment, share, and please don't forget to subscribe for more videos and information like this.